So let's begin the video by checking out of Bernal. Today I'll be driving all the way to Gorno-Altai from Bernal, Siberia. Gorno-Altai is like a center area of Siberia, Altai region. And I am taking the stairs because in most of the hotels you don't find lift in Russia or like Siberia. It's a beautiful hotel and was a comfortable stay for me. So as I'm exiting, from the hotel, I just wanted to narrate a funny incident. So when I checked into the hotel, they said you have to pay extra 150 rupees for parking the car, and I said yes, I'll pay. So once I paid, then the security guard came with a big chain or a key to unlock the chain, and he unlocked and said, "Please get your car inside." I said, "My car is already inside." So he was like wondering, how did I even get the car inside? So when I started from Bernal, it was not outskirts, but the center of the city. So I just captured this video to demonstrate, or there's no demonstration, but to show how the traffic rule works. Because the audio recording was poor, I'm just narrating over the audio. As you can see here, I'll be just skipping the signal, which was yellow, but that was alright, because when it's yellow, I feel like it's better to cross the signal rather to apply sudden brakes, because it takes couple of seconds to turn red. So it's not a problem if you cross the yellow, but after it becomes red, then it's seriously a problem if you try to cross. But again, it's your judgment which you have to take, and people from India might find it a bit difficult, because when we have many things in our mind, going in our mind, so signal could be the last thing that we are looking at, and even the placement of signals are a little bit different from what we see in India, but it's not a big deal. But still, the thing is, you have to look at the signal and anticipate if it's going to turn yellow or red. And also you can see, like I'm changing the lanes. So as I know that I'm going to make a right turn, so I didn't want to stay in the left lane, because left lane is mostly reserved for people turning left. But whereas the right lane, you can either go straight or take a right turn. So that's what I'm doing, and as you can see on the overhead lines, there are some electric lines which have been installed for the electric buses, and I couldn't see an electric bus in this road, but maybe it's either ahead or behind me. But it's quite common to follow electric bus, and you can even overtake an electric bus, so that's not a problem. This is where I'm officially exiting the Bernal town, and I didn't explore much about the town, but as every Siberian town, it had beautiful trams alongside the road, and here I'm exiting and taking a bypass road which connects to the Mongolian road. So we are just crossing a bridge Uh, Maybe this could be the Cartoon River, which connects, which runs from Altai all the way to Novosibirsk. And it was quite a nice drive in this road, even though it was not very scenic. But the moment we started going towards Gorno Altai, became quite scenic. For the next 50 to 60 kilometers was a lot of fog on the road, so I had to follow certain treks for quite a long time because it's safe to not make quick overtakes, especially in the fogs. So I just experienced disciplined driving as well from other cars in that section. We took the exit sometime back from Bernal, and uh, we are going to make a right turn in few kilometers. Uh, as you can see, the 6 lane road became 4 lane, and it was switching back and forth. But yeah, it's predominantly 4 lane, and after making the right turn, it's mostly 2 lane roads. And yeah, it was quite a disciplined driving from other drivers. That's what I experienced, and as you can see, the lane indicators or the lane markings are quite clear. So when you see, there is a right turn here. There is a right arrow which says, you can make either a right turn or go straight. So that's how it is. Because there are few lanes, it is not that the right turn is not generally reserved for right only. You can also go straight, but whereas the left turn is mostly reserved for left turn only. So if by any chance if you are stuck in a left turn lane, then you have to patiently wait for the turn, and then if you want to go straight, then you can switch the lane and then go straight. So that's how it works. And yeah, this road is going to be quite a long single lane road for almost 100 kilometers, and then there is a deviation to go to Kurnool time. so the road slowly started getting foggy. So I couldn't see much landscapes around, but I understood that it's a vast landscape. Then I did one thing. I planned to stop in a coffee shop, and that indeed turned to be a good plan because I got a chance to talk to the manager in the coffee shop uh, by name Iliana. So she, even though she couldn't speak English, but we kind of used translator, and then she said she was really excited that I'm coming all the way here. So she said I must stop in few kilometers, and I should visit a museum which is just close by. And she said it's a Titov museum. I asked her, who is this? Whose picture is this? There was a picture of Titov in her coffee shop. She said, this man, has a museum for him, and you should visit that place, and you will never regret it. So I literally, followed her what she advised me, and then the great thing happened. So I got to play, in the museum, which is what I would be presenting next. After the musical treat that I gave to myself, I dropped several places and finally reached Gorno Altai. In Gorno Altai, I wanted to take rest and I took an Airbnb stay. I paid around 1,800 rubles for a 1 BHK studio apartment, and it was a fantastic room, and I could also wash my clothes in the room and get ready for the next day. So in the last video, I forgot to mention Andre, who runs the self-drive rental place, and also special thanks to him for giving me his charging port, his personal port.